Hi everybody. Today our topic is HTTP GET request. So by using the HTTP GET request, we can fetch the records from the API. So today I am going to design the web application based on this image. Okay. So all these details, whatever I am showing this table, that is designed by the GET HTTP request. Okay. This is the my API. This is the my API. So whenever I am going to enter in this URL and press on that, so I am getting the data, right? So what is happening, right? This API I have designed by the .NET server side language. Okay, so this API is going to be contacted to the DB, and the DB, based on the DB, so it's contacted to the DB. So DB is giving the result set, so like this. So you can see here na contact, title and customer ID, company name. So it is giving the array of objects. This API is giving the array of objects. So right now I am going to I am going to use this API into the HTTP GET request. Accordingly, I can fetch the records and I will show you these records into the my application like this. Okay. So first of all, when you are working with the HTTP services into the Angular, the first step is we have to import the HTTP client module from the HTTP plugin. Okay, so go to the SRC and you have to import that plugin, right? So go to the app module.ts file, and here you have to import this HTTP client module from the HTTP. Okay, once in imported, you have to mention to the import section also, so this way. Okay, that is the first step. So whenever you are working with the HTTP services, first step is you have to do like this step. The next step is I need to create the one component, right? So then only I can show that table into my web application. Okay, so for that I am creating one component. Let's say this is a customers component has created. Go to customers.ts file. First step is I have to fetch the records through that API. So API you can see here. So this API. So I have to take this. I have to take the help of this API by using the HTTP service. Then I have to fetch the this data. This array of objects data I have to fetch. Okay. So I have to write the code into the ng on initialization, because of whenever a customer component is getting loaded, so that time I have to call the that API through HTTP service. Okay. So for that, first step is we have to import the HTTP client module, right? In this here. So for that, okay. After that, I have to you know I have to create this instance into the constructor, because of I need to call this one, right? Let me say that HTTP and that is HTTP client. Okay, so you have to make sure that this HTTP client should be import into in your component. So after that, I have to call to the that API by using the HTTP GET request. Okay, so this HTTP get, that's it. And here I need to add this URL. So what is the URL? This URL. Okay. This API I have created by using the .NET server side language. Okay. Now that's it. That's it. Let me execute this code. So before I execute this code, let me add this component, customer component, into the app.component.html file. Because of I don't have any reference here, so I need to give this customers component, right? We have to give the reference of this customers selector into the app module.html, app component.html. Okay. Now whenever my application is getting loaded, the first of all app component.html is the root HTML, right? So it is in this root HTML I am mentioning this component. Okay, let me load this customers component. Okay, that's it. and let me execute. So customer box is so customer component is working. So go to the network tab and see this. So still you can see here the customer API. So whatever I have created the API, this API is not available in the network section. See, even if you refresh again, see here this network section is not available. You can ignore this info related service. So this is attached by the Angular framework. So whenever if you refresh that, this is automatically downloaded and it's showing. You can just ignore this. So let me focus on customers API. Okay, so what's happening there? So why it is not loaded into the network app? Because of, see here, I didn't subscribe this observable. Okay, by default HTTP gives the observable. So this HTTP get related, this is always gives the observable. So whenever if you won't subscribe this observable, what will happen, right? This API won't be contacted to the my web server. Okay, so because of you have to subscribe that. See here, if you are just simply write like this, if you want to subscribe, so Angular thinks that no one is not interested on this API. So whenever if you write the subscribe, so subscribe in the sense I am interested to subscribe this API. So once you get the subscribe, you can, so then this API is going to be execute at the server side. Okay, I mean this API can communicate to the web server. Okay, so now once you subscribe that, you can get the response, right? So what is happening, right? Once you subscribe, you can get the response like this. So you have to capture this response. So like that, let me add the one parameter, this response parameter, and let me log into the console this response. That's it. So if you want to write the subscribe, so Angular thinks that it's not, this API is not useful in this application. So I am using let me use this API into the my Angular application. Okay, once you subscribe, then only this API is going to be connected to the web server. Okay, now this compiled successfully. Now if you see here, you can see the data, right? So this data, so response is, I can see the response, the same response, right? Whatever I'm having this response, the same response you can see under the response section. So if you wanted to preview of just response, you can see the preview of that also. So I'm getting the data like this. So because of I'm getting the only one record, so whatever I'm requesting, whatever I'm requested for that fetching the customers, so it contains the only one record in the DB side. So here I'm using the TP's SQL server. Okay, now so I got the data. So right now I need to capture this data and show this data into the my web application. So like this. So like this, I wanted to show this data into the my web application. So how I have to do that? So we have to go to the HTML file. The HTML file, prepare the one table tag, one table. Okay. So before I prepare the this data into the HTML, let me prepare the one array. So because of I need to give that array reference into the HTML for looping, right? So first let me add the one array. That is a customers list, and once the data is once you get the data, so I need to give the data to the this customers list. See in my response, you can see the data, right? This data, it's contained to the all of my data. So this is entirely whatever this API is, whatever I'm giving, whatever I'm getting the data from the API, this one, this format, that is up to me. So whenever that is a developer, he can give any kind of responsive data. So here I'm getting the responsive data like this format. So tomorrow one more developer, he can give the responsive data some different format. So we have to capture under the previous section of the HTTP request. Okay, So I need to take this data. So this data, okay, here response.data. If you take the response.data, then I can get the whatever the data in this API. So that data I can capture by using the response data. Okay. So for that I am using the customers list. Take the customers list and assign that response data into the customers list. Okay, data. That's it. Okay. So make me this response is any. So you can get the response is any kind of the data. Okay. Now this is completed. This part is completed. So I need to give this customers list into the customers component.html. Okay. Now if you observe here, I need to prepare the data like this format. So contact title, I got it, customer ID, company name, contact name, address. So these are the key values of the object, right? So I need to prepare the table row by using the same format. Okay. So I have added a table. So table, whatever I am giving the header section, it contains the no, same format. Whatever I am giving the table header section, this section I have configured based on the my API request. Okay, and this also. Okay, customers list is the array of this one. This customers list is the customers list content to the response data. So I am getting the error here. Uh, what's the error? Type property customers doesn't exist in the customers component. Okay, let me save in this. Now compare successfully, right? Okay, now I can see the data into the API. So now I can see the data into the my UI path. So I got the data, see here. So previous I don't have any data, right? So let me update and delete. I will cover this one whenever I am writing for put and delete operations. Okay, the update is for put operation and delete for delete operation. I will cover these two actions whenever I am explaining about the update and delete operations. Okay, this is all about the get operation of the HTTP request. So let me tell you again. The first step is we have to prepare the HTTP client module into the app model.ts file. Once we prepare the HTTP client module into the app model.ts file, the next step is we have to take the reference of that HTTP client. Okay, because of you need to write the code for fetching the records, that is getting the records. So next step is we have to fetch the records. Okay, by using the HTTP GET request. Once you get the response, we have to capture that response. So how we have to capture the response? You can utilize the network tab. So by using the network tab, so in the network tab you can see the request, whatever you're getting the request. So you can see that request, and even you can see the response also. What is the response and what is the request? So based on the response, okay, you have to prepare the data. Okay. Now once you got the response, so after that prepare the one local variable, and you have to append that data, whatever that response data you are getting from the API, you have to append the data into the local variable. After that local you have to give the reference into the HTML. That's it. Okay, these are the steps I have followed. Okay, next time I will come up with this is not the proper way code, so I will optimize this code by using the service. Okay, I will do on that next video. Please watch that.